Hey guys, this is Jim from Bronzeville Comics. I picked up a collection of X-Men books. This entire long box is an X-Men collection that I got filled with bronze and copper books, tons of keys. Let's take a look at what's in here. You're going to enjoy seeing this. Hello comic book community, this is Jim from Bronzeville Comics, and I got another video here. We're going to take a look through that entire long box of X-Men books. And we're going to kind of work our way backwards. They did have the annuals, so we're going to start with some heat. The first cameo appearance of Gambit. This book came out a week or two before his first appearance in the X-Men title, although when the stories were written, this was supposed to be his second appearance. So we have that one. And this collection also had a bunch of the annuals, right? So the first official X-Babies, High Evolutionary in that one. Annual 10, Long Shot joins. There's also X-Babies in there, if that interests you. Number 9, 8, 7, 6, right? That classic Storm cover. 5, 4, 3 with this classic Frank Miller cover. That's it for the annuals. I'm going to put those to bed. Put these back in the box. So this is really the first time I'm going through most of these books. Then the last issue, so we're going to work our way backwards. The last issue in this run also, heat here, the first cameo appearance of Bishop. And most of these books are in high grade. Most of the books in this collection were in high grade. This was a collector who I had bought from before, and he had parallel collections. He had these were his duplicates, essentially, as I understand it. So it basically had a full run of X-Men going all the way back from 282, and let's see how far back it goes. So any X-Men run that's going to be this complete is going to be filled with keys. There are more keys, obviously, the lower that you go, but again, these are all high-grade books. For the most part, I really have to go through and give a closer look to all of these, but I'm still going through that massive collection that I picked up. I'm like alphabetically on Conan in that collection. 269, 268 with this classic Jim Lee cover. 267, this is the second appearance of Gambit, or the third appearance, excuse me, after the annual. First Gambit, high-grade book. All right, so some good stuff in there. And the X-Men have not even come to the MCU yet. So let's pick up another pile carefully. I believe this is the next one. Yep, 263, 262, oops, 262, 61. Actually, I'm going to go there. Do it this way. All right, that's how it'll be stored. 260, 59, 58, 57. Psylocke becomes Lady Mandarin. And this is where Jubilee gets the same costume she had in the animated series. Another Psylocke cover. '55, 54. This iconic Mark Silvestri cover, which was kind of brought out in the Logan film. homaged, I guess, to an extent. $250. This is the first Jim Lee artwork on the X-Men. $46. $245. Big one, $244, the first Jubilee. I think I have 4 copies of this now. As a matter of fact, my own personal collection has all these issues. So, a lot of these were dupes. But, to be honest, I really didn't buy the collection for the books in the 200s. Okay. $239, the second appearance of Mr. Sinister and his first cover appearance. So if you know that's there, I mean, obviously you get Gambit, a couple Gambits and a Jubilee, and some of these other keys from the 200s. There's nothing wrong with that classic cover there. You know, I picked out, and some of these you'll notice, not this one, but this one, a number of these are newsstand editions. There's no real pattern to it. Even some of these later keys are newsstand editions. $225, $24, $23. Some classic stuff here. $222. This X-Men versus Marauders. You know, Wolverine, Sabretooth cover. First Mr. Sinister, $221. Again, these are high-grade books, especially these books from the 1980s. It's all there. There's not an issue missing. So the only mystery that I've left out there, since I said that, is how far back does it go? So we're now down to issue 216. Still have more books to go. I'm putting these back in the long box. I'm really going to spend some time going through these. But these are collector's books. They were well taken care of before they came to me. So what's up? 215 I think is next. Yep. Betsy Braddock becomes Psylocke and a cameo of Mr. Sinister in this book. This classic, and that's, you know, this classic Wolverine versus Sabretooth cover. The battle begins here in 212. This is the 25th anniversary of Marvel Comics, 25 years since FF1. First full Marauders, cameo of the Marauders in 210. First Baby Cable, Trial of Magneto, and some of these do have some semi-significance as keys, but the first Andrea and Andreas von Stucker, the first Firestar in continuity. She had previously been in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends book. 191, the first full appearance of Nimrod. Hmm. 186, the first appearance of Forge. First cameo of Forge. Again, I have to figure out what to do with these. Some of these are certainly in high enough grade that they are very slab worthy. Well, that's a classic cover there. So many of these books are really well loved by X-Men collectors. Rogue joins the team, and Alanya Rasputin gets the Soul Sword. And this is the first appearance of the Morlocks, 169. There are more. Gotta be gentle with these high-grade books. Take good care. And they did all come just like this, bagged and boarded. So that was really nice to get in a collection. So everything was, you know, well taken care of, and that's why so many of them are in high grade to begin with. First, Madeline Pryor. First appearance of Lockheed. First full appearance of Carol Danvers as Binary. Another retelling of the origin of Magneto. First appearance of Alanya Rasputin as an adolescent. She becomes magic, of course. Peter Colossus, the sister of Colossus, tied for the second appearance of Rogue with Rom 31, which I think is a book I just picked up. 156, The Origin of Corsair, the father of Cyclops and Havoc. Three, 152, D1, 150, The Origin of Magneto, retold. And in this retelling, this is the first reference to him being Jewish and having been in the concentration camps in World War II, which obviously was a big part of the Fox movie franchise. First, Caliban. This iconic Doom cover by Dave Cockrum. I really like that cover. 143, this was the last of the John Byrne issues. Days of Future Past Part 2. Days of Future Past Part 1. Kitty Pryde joins the team. Death of Jean Grey. Newsstand edition. The second appearance of Dark Phoenix and the first appearance of Senator Robert Kelly. First appearance of Jean Grey as Dark Phoenix. This classic first solo Wolverine story. 132, the first full appearance of the Hellfire Club. The first cover appearance of Emma Frost in 131. Now almost every issue is a key during this Byrne run. 130, the first appearance of both Dazzler and Sebastian Shaw. This huge key in a newsstand, the first appearance of Kitty Pryde, the first appearance of Emma Frost, and the first cameo appearance of the Hellfire Club. 128, 27, 26, the first full appearance of Proteus, the first cameo appearance of Mutant X or Proteus, Maura McTaggart's son. 124. 124, the Cyclops in the overalls. Got that in the funny hat. 123 with Arcade. That's not it. We're not done yet. I'm going to move on to the last pile. So this will finish up the collection that I bought. I'm going to be real careful with these. I only take a few at a time to put back in the box. So you want to take care of these babies. The Origin of Colossus. The first full appearance of Alpha Flight. The first cameo appearance of Alpha Flight. The first appearance of Moses Magnum, I think this is. The first appearance of Mariko Yoshida, fiance of Wolverine at one time. The first appearance of Abdul Farouk, the Shadow King. '115. 114. These are not real keys here, but still sought after issues. 113, 112, even during the burn run, this classic George Perez cover with Magneto. 111. 110. 109, the first Weapon Alpha, later renamed Vindicator and the leader of Alpha Flight. 108, this is the first John Byrne work on the X-Men. 107, this is the first appearance of the Starjammers and the first appearance of Gladiator and the Shi'ar Imperial Guard. The first appearance of Entity. The first full appearance of Lalandra, and the debut of Phoenix showing her powers. The first appearance of Corsair in this classic cover with an homage to X-Men 1. Wolverine is named Logan for the first time in 103. All of these books, you can establish some sort of key status, but you know, these first 20 or 30 X-Men books people love. These are still in pretty high grade, going down this far. 102, The Origin of Storm. 101, the first appearance of Phoenix. This is in reasonably high grade. We'll see. I got to take a much closer look at that. That's a big book. 100, the old versus the new X-Men, this classic cover. 99, the first cameo appearance of Black Tom Cassidy. Now these earlier books, 98 is in reasonably good, is mid-grade, as is 97, the first cameo appearance of Lalandra, and then the earliest book is 96. No 95, no 94, no giant size. This one is the lowest in grade. It has a subscription crease down the middle. It's the first appearance of Moira McTaggart, but all in all, I thought this was a great collection. And this was from a collector. You know, he named his price. I thought it was a fair price. Talked to a couple friends of mine. One guy goes, that's a lot of money you pay for it. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it, because that doesn't do me any good. Too many people have their own thoughts one way or the other. But then he called me back. He says, man, there are a lot of keys in those first 20 or 30 issues, and there are. These, and the grade is really nice on these books. You know, after the first 3, the books are all in pretty high grade. I do have to take a closer look at each and every one. I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet, but when I do that, I'll go through and see what's worth. There'll be plenty here that's worth getting cleaned, pressed, and graded. And we'll see. I mean, I did collect. I think my collection has 137 up, and a number of the issues prior to that I've also brought into my collection. But this was just a great collection. Let me know what you think about it. We did hit 750 subscribers. If I haven't done the giveaway by the time this video posts, I'm going to do it very soon. But this video won't count. It's the most recent video, back to the video from October 15th. This newsstand edition of Superman the Man of Steel 18, first appearance of Doomsday. So, guys, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're X-Men fans, and especially that Disney Plus announced they're going to be rebooting, not even rebooting, I guess continuing the 1990s X-Men animated series. A lot of people excited about that, and that's driven the price. The people who grew up on that show, that's driven the price of the first Jubilee, the first Gambit, a lot of those key issues that are in this box. So until next time, guys, whether it's X-Men or anything else, enjoy your comics.